The Cobbler, Breonna Taylor, and a member of U2 are all on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is March 13th, 2021. It is a Saturday. We don't do Saturday videos on this channel, but I think we're starting now. Today is the 72nd day of the year. We got 293 days left in 2021. It is the 11th Saturday. If today's your birthday, you're a Pisces, just like me. Today is National Canine Veterans Day. When I was in the Army, we called them furry anti-personnel missiles. Yeah, because they're furry and they ran really fast and they attacked people. They're pretty scary sometimes. Canine dogs in the military have been around since 1942, when an organization called Dogs for Defense was founded to train dogs to be guards for supply depots. The program was approved by the U.S. Army, and the U.S. Army Canine Corps was founded on March 13th, 1942. They're an integral part of the U.S. military. Great guard dogs come out of here. The MPs always had them with them. All right, let's see what else March 13th has given us. 1930, the news of the discovery of Pluto is announced by the Lowell Observatory. Yeah, we found out Pluto was a planet. And then I think later on we found out it wasn't a planet. It was like just some rocks. Weird. 1943, German forces liquidate the Jewish ghetto in Krakow. Now, that's a pretty scary word, liquidate, but that's what they called it, and it's pretty freaking sad. Hate that stuff. 1988, the Seikon Tunnel, the longest undersea tunnel in the world, opens in Japan. 1993, the 1993 storm of the century affects the eastern United States. The storm was unique and notable for its intensity, massive size, and wide-reaching effects. At its height, the storm stretched from Canada to Honduras. Yeah, it covered the whole United States at some point. Well, not, from top to bottom, not east to west. It was insane. I remember this one. What was amazing is the snowfall totals. I'll give you an example of just some of the places on the eastern United States that were hit. Mount Mitchell, North Carolina got 56 inches. Snowshoe, West Virginia gets 44 inches. Syracuse, which this wasn't a big deal for them because they get worse, 43 inches. Lincoln, New Hampshire got 35. Blairsville, Georgia gets 35 inches. Boone, North Carolina gets 33. Gatlinburg, Tennessee gets 30 inches. Pittsburgh gets 25 inches of snow. Birmingham, Alabama. When was the last time they got snow? They got 13 inches of snow that day. Over a foot of snow fell on Birmingham, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama got 7 inches of snow. Atlanta, Georgia got 10 inches of snow. This was a serious snowstorm. It was a serious storm in general, but it dumped a ton of snow. 1997, the Missionaries of Charity choose Sister Nirmala to succeed Mother Teresa as their leader. 2016, 3 gunmen attacked 2 hotels in the Ivory Coast town of Grand Bassama, killing at least 19 people. Okay, this one's going to be a little heavy. 2020, Breonna Taylor was killed when police officers forcibly entered her home in Louisville, Kentucky. They did what they call a no-knock warrant looking for Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend, who was a known drug dealer. Now, I understand the need for warrants, and I understand maybe the need for no-knock warrants, but I think they need to weigh what they're accomplishing with what could happen if it goes wrong. And I think this is one of those situations where they shouldn't have done it. That's my opinion, okay? Anyway, the police obtained a no-knock search warrant, which later they found out they misled the judge on. They said that they had been working with the postal inspector to verify packages suspected of containing drugs were delivered to the address. In May of 2020, the U.S. Postal Inspector in Louisville publicly announced that the collaboration with law enforcement had never actually occurred. The postal officer said it was actually asked by a different agency to monitor packages going to Taylor's apartment, but after doing so, it concluded there were no packages of interest going to that apartment. This public revelation put the investigation, and especially the warrant, into question and resulted in internal investigations. So what happened was Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, was inside the apartment. She was asleep in her bedroom when the officers knocked and forced entry to the house. Now, no knock warrant. They didn't really announce themselves, and there's some dispute that they never did until the shooting started. But he thought it was an intruder and fired a warning shot with his own firearm. He was on heightened alert because, like I already said, Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend was a real dirtbag, and he was afraid of him coming by. She was afraid of the ex-boyfriend coming there, so the guy was armed because of this. Anyway, he thought it was an intruder and fired a warning shot with his own firearm. This, as you can imagine, led to the police starting shooting as well. At one point, one of the police officers named Hackinson started firing blindly through a covered patio door and window of Taylor's apartment. Yeah, that's where she was, and that's how she got hit. On September 15th, the city of Louisville agreed to pay Taylor's family $12 million and reform police practices. Now, other aftermath things include that the governor of Kentucky has now suspended no-knock warrants. They're apparently revamping the way they get warrants, things like that. And the only one of the police officers that had really anything done to him was Brett Hankinson, which was the guy who was just shooting blindly through the window and the sliding glass door that had blinds over him. He was fired on June 23rd, 2020. Anyway, the whole thing was just a mess for everyone involved. You know, I'm not a police officer. It just seems unrealistic to use no-knock warrants. Raids on houses, which even though they called no-knock warrant, they raided a house. This was really, raids were just put in place for hostage situations, things like that. Now they've stretched it out to just about anything. I remember one time I was watching the news here in Oregon, this lady had collected unemployment for like 5 months even after she got a job. Okay, she was wrong. They raided her house at 5 a.m. with the SWAT team. She was unarmed. She had no priors. They just could, so they did. Anyway, it's too bad. I'm not talking bad about the police. I'm just thinking, you know, they're humans too. They make mistakes and, you know, you got to learn from them. Movies released on March 13th, 2015. The Cobbler. Now, this is an Adam Sandler movie. It was pretty good. He's come out with some real lame movies in the last 5 years or so, 6, 7 years. This one was really good. I really enjoyed it. A cobbler finds a magic heirloom which allows him to become other people and see the world in completely new ways, like gets to see it through their eyes. Anyway, the film premiered in 2014 at the Toronto International Film Festival, and I saw it on Netflix. I watched it 2 or 3 times. It was really good. Born on March 13th, 1960, Adam Clayton, English-Irish musician and songwriter. Most people don't know it, but he is the bass player for the band U2. He's a pretty good bass player at that. Died on March 13th, 1901, Benjamin Harrison, American general and politician. He was the 23rd president of the United States, died in 1901. All right, that's today's video, and I have a question for you. What time do you watch these videos? Do you watch them in the morning, like when you wake up? I upload them at night. Do you watch them then? When do you watch these videos? Now, I ask this because the first hour of any video sort of determines how much YouTube is going to promote it. If it's not getting any views, they don't really put that much effort into showing it to other people, and it could possibly just die on the vine. In order to get a video the most traction, you upload it when more people are on and watching it. I would love to know. Just let me know in the comment section below, what time do you watch these videos? And if we figure out a time that's best, I'm gonna start uploading around that time. According to the analytics right now, I get most of my views around 9 a.m. East Coast time. So let me know what you think. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Everybody have a great day. Be prosperous today. Most importantly, be nice to each other.